that we're on to part 7, we're just gonna continue on with the story. We're almost through with part 1. We're past the halfway point at least. Yeah, we're almost through. Come on, machine. Oh, so we're gonna have to let autoplay play on this one. Okay. Luckily, as you may have noticed, everybody, I've slowly improved my crew. I've slowly gotten better at this, so I'm kind of happy about that, honestly. Hmm. Let's think about who we should use as well. Yeah, shouldn't get her. Might as well. Can never go wrong with shouldn't get her. I also re-added Meg back because I officially got her third SR right there, as you may have noticed. Well, you guys, if you're following the playthrough on the previous part when I did all the gotcha, I got a pretty good amount of SSRs that I needed. But yeah, the only times I'll actually do big gotchas now is only when SSRs or the are guaranteed. Regardless, let's continue on with this. With Rock Island's Bridge. Judging from the news going around Japan, people are assuming the Rock Island is a new Alliance battleship. Well, I suppose it is a mobile suit carrier. And have the Alliance made any kind of statement in regards to this ship? No, not as of yet. What really has public attention are the invaders. Compared to them, they aren't particularly interested in us. We're making arrangements behind closed doors to ensure the Alliance won't make any mention of you. That way your ships can stay within the vicinity of Japan's coast. Your people have an impressive amount of leverage. What is Mithril? Mithril's an awesome place. Unfortunately, it's becoming increasingly difficult to control information as of late, with Blue Cosmos' ideologies becoming more prevalent. Blue Cosmos? Put simply, it is an organization which openly denounces both the plants and the coordinators themselves. There are a great many other organizations and politicians on Earth that support them. They not only condone public protests, but they even go so far as to secretly support anti-coordinator acts of terrorism. Mithril sees their rise in influence as something to be wary of. With the war going on with Zaft, I can see how it'd be easy for them to get away with all that. It's already been over a year since the war began between the Alliance and Zaft. In times when the human mind is fatigued, malice can propagate surprisingly quickly. Even A21 was supposed to be a small terrorist organization, were able to acquire the behemoth and equip it with the Lambda driver. I can't help but fear that things of that nature will become more frequent occurrences. That incident wasn't an anti-coordinator at the terrorism, right? Would Blue Cosmos really be involved with it? We can't say the possibility isn't there. I don't even want to imagine the trouble a terrorist network that big would bring. Captain, we've identified the Tuatha De Danann. We'll make contact in 10 minutes. Understood. Then before I return to the Danann, I'd like to discuss what comes next. You mean our future here? Yes. First of all, you are permitted to use the Mithril West Pacific Ocean Squadron Base, Merida Island, as your base of operations in this world. Merida Island? Its location is located 20 degrees to 50 feet north and longitude 140 to 31 degrees east. Its main facilities, such as the Danann's deck, are underneath the island to escape the public eye. There you'll be able to perform full-scale repairs, and resupplies for the Rock Island and the Oceanus. We will also provide you with necessary supplies. That's very generous of you. You are the irregularities in our world. My superiors have come to the conclusion that if you remain unchecked, you can destroy the military balance of this world. So they're having the Mithril Western Pacific Ocean Squadron play watchdog. I'm sure this service won't come free. What do you want in return? Cutting to the chase makes this easy. We would like for your assistance with Mithril's goal of maintaining peace. Naturally, this would only extend for the duration of your stay in this world. Can you be more specific? The first order of business would be to eliminate the invaders. Their existence has already been made clear to the public. For now, we're twisting information to make them appear as terrorist bioweapons. We can't ignore that. We can't ignore them if they have the potential to multiply in our world. For that reason, Mithril has every intention of hunting down Dr. Saotomi. They may just come from our world again, however. This decision was made with that assumption in mind. So that's how it is. In addition, there's one more request I'd like to make of you. We'd like for you to help us in escorting the Archangel from Orb to within range of the Alaska base. The Archangel is still docked at Orb? Yes, due not only to the time necessary for repairs, but the multitude of circumstances that demanded it. Circumstances? For one, Kira Yamato is assisting Orb with the development of mobile suits. So until that's finished, the Archangel can't leave Orb. Correct, and during that time, Zaft had been making preparations to pursue them. Once their ship leaves Orb, they will become under relentless assault, and we are to protect them. I hazard that Mithril still thinks that ship will have a major effect on this world's military balance. Do you feel this is going too far for them? Quite the opposite. I can relate to them personally, to a degree. Personally? The White Base and the Gundam may have won the one-year war for the Federation on their exploits alone, but it's undeniable that they were a key factor in it. As I've mentioned before, our most pressing goal is to solve the mystery of the gates and hunt down Dr. Saotomi. Mithril's aid will be necessary to achieve either, so while we want to avoid participating in this world's war as much as possible, we will agree to your request. Thank you very much. Then, I'll return to the Denon. Where should we proceed next? To Orb. We must escort the Archangel to Alaska as quickly as possible. Understood. Finally, the mess hall. OMG! This ramen is delicious. I can't believe we're eating on a battleship. I know, right? They just changed up the recipe the other day. Why'd they suddenly change it? Dunno. Oh, I heard about that. There was a mysterious note, right? What do you mean? There was a note that an unknown individual left in the kitchen. Apparently it had suggestions for improving the ramen's flavor. Aw, Akito, I love you, man. After that, the cook gave it a try and fell in love with it. Huh. Then I wonder who did it. What I'm wondering is why they did it in such a roundabout way. Yeah, they should have just spoke to the cook directly. There must be some reason for it. Well, either way, it's still nice to have some tasty ramen as a result. I doubt I'll find anything like this on Marita Island. Actually, after we arrive in Orb, our next objective will be to escort the Archangel to Alaska. Huh? Then what happens to me? You'll be accompanying us until the conclusion of the next mission. Oh. When you say we were going to Marita Island and stay safe for a while, I kind of assumed the worst. I don't envy you. Nah, I shouldn't be complaining about this kind of stuff in front of other people. No worries, I'm used to hearing stuff like that. Regardless of why, it'll be nice to see everyone from Archangel again. But Konami, aren't you enjoying your time together with Sosuke? What are you talking about? I get it, Konami. I really do. If you're the only one left behind in Japan, and Sosuke and Tezuka start getting to know each other and... Ouch. That had to hurt. That really had to hurt. Hold on, everyone. Sorry about that. Anyways, apparently she hit him with the paper fan. And that had to have hurt. Ah, you really run your mouth too much. Wait, did she just smack him with the paper fan? I don't understand. What's the problem with me being close to the... What's the problem with me being closer to the captain? Oh, for the love of... You shut up too. This table seems pretty lively. Mind if we join you? Huh? Sure. No problem. Actually, there's something I want to ask you guys. What's that? I wanted to hear about this orb place we're going. I saw the data on it, but I thought I'd hear what the people of this world thought about it. I got you covered. I know some real great dating spots. So how about you and me? Yeah, shut up. I'll tell her. You probably saw us before, but its official name is the Orb Union. It's a neutral nation comprised of multiple islands. A lot of Japanese moved there in the past, and their technology is pretty advanced because, well, there's a lot of nations on Earth willing to accept coordinators. So it's a country with a big heart. That's a nice way to put it, but there are a number of groups that aren't comfortable with that. The current leader is Chief Representative Izumi Naraata. He's known as the Lion of Orb, and he is the one to declare their non-aggression and neutrality. Orb also has Morganrow Incorporated, where the Strike, Aegis, the other GAT X Series MS, and Archangel were developed and manufactured. You know an awful lot about this. Were you always interested in this kind of stuff? It's nothing like that, but lately, I've been remembering things freakishly well. Supplementary information. Orb also owned the resource satellite colony Heliopolis. Kira and his friends were originally students there. Yeah, they're in the same boat as us. Kira even piloted a Gundam that was in the colony just like Banagir and Camille. But Heliopolis is already... Yes. It collapsed as a result of the Zaft force's attack. Then would that mean Orb has some measure animosity towards Zaft? Even so, it remains a neutral nation. Orb is not hostile towards Zaft. And that's why it was okay for them to take in the Archangel? As I've heard it, they were allowed entry so that Orb could gather data from the Strike and the Archangel. They're formidable, even as a neutral country. In fact, they'd have to be in order to remain neutral. But the sparks are there. It'd be very easy for Orb to also get swept up in the war. That's why we need to escort the Archangel ourselves. Well, as far as I'm concerned, I just like to escort cute little Inko to Orb's best state spots. That's not happening. And how about you, Tsukimi? Back before I joined MART, I worked in the personnel department of a military corporation called Ibisuki Heavy Industries, so I do have an interest in Morganrow Incorporated. I wouldn't mind to have a tour there for future reference. Sounds good. Then why don't we study some other things while we're at it? Holy crap, he just doesn't learn. I love you, Kurtz. That's it for today's simulator training. You can get up now. Understood. It'll be even harder tomorrow. Be ready for it. Yes, sir. Those two have talent. They need more than that. Getter isn't your average robot. That's for certain. No one would be able to withstand Shin Getter's G-force without giving it their all. I believe you can say that about his machine as well. Perfect timing. There's something I wanted to ask you, Kido. What? The ramen in the cafeteria has been very tasty as of late. Is that your handiwork? Why would you assume that? I happened to spot you walking into an empty kitchen the other day. Oh yeah, because of the whole experience thing, he has no sense of taste or anything like that. What's with him? Does he have some sort of connection with ramen? That's the impression that I get. I wonder if that might be one of the keys to unlocking his past. I can tell why he's so intimidating. He's out for revenge, no doubt about it. That's a man that's been through hell. I can see why he'd be the one to pick up on that. But if my suspicion is right, Kido Tsenkawa is actually a kind person deep down. Finally, we're at Morganrow. What are you doing here? Making adjustments to the M1 Astray's OS, Kagali. I'm trying to get it to where the average natural will be able to maintain its mobility while handling the machine. Did they ask you to help? Yeah. It's one of the reasons the Archangel was allowed to enter the country. The M1 Astrays are what will protect Orb. You know that, right? Orb will not invade other nations, nor allow other nations to invade it. And Orb will not intervene in other nations' wars. This gives us power to guarantee that. as the kind of nation orb is. Or rather, as the kind of nation orb was supposed to be. Until my father betrayed us. And finally all adds up. While you were at Morganrow, at Heliopolis. Before I, before I boarded the strike, I mean. I had heard rumors that Morganrow were manufacturing mobile suits for the Earth Alliance. But when I brought it up to my father, he kept changing the subject. So I went to Heliopolis to find out for myself. But your father, Chief Representative Arthur, didn't know anything about it, right? That's what a lot of people on the inside say, but my father has never actually denied knowing about it. Huh? He said it didn't really matter because everything that happened in the nation was his responsibility. And that was that. To think I used to believe my father. But didn't Chief Representative Arthur accept the blame for it and resign from his position? He still has a way when it comes to politics. In the end, nothing has really changed. Still, it seems to him we were able to make an inside orb. And you, since we had you as an intermediary. Even before that, you were helping us with the resistance. We really owe you, princess. Don't call me a princess. Don't even think of me as one. Well, I'm just happy you made it back safe after you crash landed on that deserted island. I'm sure that was just due to Haomi's guidance. Actually, it was because Zathrin was there. So what happened on that deserted island? Nothing in particular. I don't think you should take any more chances like that. You mean like with the resistance? Yeah. Did you join the resistance as a way to oppose your father? Who knows? I was so furious about the mobile suit manufacturing affair that I ended up running away. My father had said that I didn't really know anything about the world, so I went to see for myself. So that's why. Every member of the resistance fought hard, just really trying to protect what mattered to them. But then there's Orb, that tries to be pals with both the plants and the Earth Alliance. Doesn't that seem sleazy? Is that the right thing to do? Would you rather fight, Golly? All I want to do is bring the war to an end. We all do. Somehow, the war has to end. But just fighting won't end the war. It's not that easy. Word Orb. This town is so peaceful. Look at Nico with that hat. Yeah, thanks to that, we're able to sneak in pretty easily. I guess the people here feel like the war has nothing to do with them. Land of peace, huh? But I have to wonder where the legged one is. Can't imagine they're just showing it off in the Navy docks. Why are they all dressed the same? Oh yeah, they're playing what's called infiltration. I forgot about that. So yeah. Hey, ship of that class won't be easy to hide. Oh, what the? You don't think it's actually gone, do you? What do we do then? What we're after is proof. If it's here, it's here. If it's not, it's not. Security is tight on the seaside, from the naval port to Morganrow. We'll have to look for a way inside somehow. This is a real pain in the black country, that's for sure. We're at the bridge. Dito, have you heard anything more from that mysterious voice that spoke to you before we came to this world? Or have you remembered anything since then? No, nothing. That's unfortunate. Sorry, it's always this. You don't need to apologize for that. But I am pretty much his guardian. I know how you feel. I'm in a similar situation myself. What does that mean? Well, you see, Colonel Katsuragi is Shinji's guardian. But he can't transform like I do. That's not really the point. Well, he's not wrong. I can't say I have any experience as a transforming hero's guardian. At any rate, what we've determined now is that the voice is female, and that it isn't the voice of the female type pursuing Didarion. And also that this voice is what's been urging Dito to enter the gates. With this, the potential of the multiple space-time leap phenomena being orchestrated by an intelligent being has increased exponentially. Do you think this is in any way connected to Dr. Saotomi? It's difficult to say at this point. This would be a lot easier if Dito could have a proper conversation with the mysterious voice. One question is, if the voice is being sent towards Dito from something, and if Dito is the only one that has the ability to hear it, there's simply too much we don't know about how much this communication process is carried out. We can at least assume that there's a high probability the voice will speak to Dito again. She was deliberately trying to communicate with us last time, so we can rule out the chance of it being pure coincidence. We may actually want to hold off on trying to find the owner of the voice and wait for her to contact us. We don't have any guarantee that she'll be on our side after all. She could even be in with those other two titans. She could also be a third party with no relation to them. Dito, report to us as soon as you hear from that voice again and attempt to communicate with her. Understood. That voice could be the key to unraveling my past. Captain, we received a message from the Tuatha De Danann. They've entered Orb territory waters ahead of us. Understood. Maintain the ship's current speed. All hands, level 1 battle stations. I'll let you handle things from here, Colonel Katsuragi. Got it. Let's go to the hangar, Dito. Right. So, let's see how long it takes for zaft to take a crack at us. If they do it soon, then it will mean they already have a net in place. We may have a tough time getting the archangel out of orb. Something's happening. Zaft mobile suit approach, coming for 2 o'clock. Figures. Can only imagine what we have in store for us. Dang, that was a lot of dialogue. But this is Super Raw Wars. Dang. Okay, we'll leave autoplay open. A Land of Peace, Chapter 53. They came like we thought they would. If we take them down, we'll be awarded with the Order of the Nebula for sure. We can't afford to be slowed down here. All units, destroy the enemy forces. Yeah. Let's see how they handle my team. Damn, that's a lot of enemies, actually. It makes you wonder, though. A lot of the battles, I guess... Well, with CNC Destiny, I did like the fact that a pretty good amount of the battles did take place in the actual ocean. I thought that was pretty cool. Oh, dang. Bruh, he used it already. Why? Bro, why are they using their SR so quickly? No, no. Oh, that guy. I was about to say, why are you using your SR with no? No! No! Dear God, the autoplay is so stupid. All enemy unit readings have disappeared from the combat zone. We can expect reinforcements. Any machines in need of repairs or supplies should. A large number of heat sources have been detected in the surrounding ocean. They'll be surfacing soon. Surfacing? And they must be... The enemies are invaders. The invaders are finally fighting. I can imagine Dr. Satong working with Zath, but... Let's be realistic, he's not that dumb. Then again, he might be. It's Dr. Satong after all. Alright, looks like I'm probably gonna have control this time. They came after us, just like you said, Hayato. But that Saotoni isn't with them. Are they an invader scouting party? Or did they come to stop us? Who cares what they're here for? If they're gonna show up, then we're gonna squash them. Yeah, might as well let these guys handle things. Dang. Kyo's too good. As they scare the requirements right there, hopefully. All invader readings have disappeared. Still no sign of Dr. Satomi. So what? Were they just wandering invaders? There's that possibility, but if they're sent here on purpose, then it means that Satomi is aware of our movements. If the invaders are showing up where the Rock Highland is going, then it could be end up attacking Orb because of us. And they don't exactly care if it's neutral or not. The invaders could still attack Orb even if we don't go there. If they do show up, then whatever forces there will take them on. Even Zaft won't be able to ignore those things. She's right. The invaders are a common enemy. If Zaft starts to tangle with them, they may even give up on their pursuit. I believe we should head for Orb as soon as possible, Captain Bright. That said, we'll have to be mindful about where we position ourselves. Yes, taking the Rock Island and the oceans into Orb's docks could prove dangerous. We should avoid nearing the island itself. I agree. Then let's continue to Orb, quickly. Yeah! So we're on to the Archangel's Archangel's hangar. Hey Kira, what's up? Are you sure you don't want to go see your family? We've got enough time for it. If I met them now, all they'd see is a soldier. You may be a soldier, but you're still the same Kira. I'm sure your parents were hoping they'd get a chance to see you. I fight battles in mobile suits, and then help out with their development and maintenance. Because that's what I do. Kira. As soon as we leave Orb, I'll be going into battle against Zaft again. Not just me, but Moralia and everyone else that volunteered and weren't allowed to get off the Archangel. Well, yeah, but after all that's happened, we know a lot of classified information that isn't even related to the military. We just know too much. Besides, if I met my parents now, I can't help but think I'd ask them why. Why what? Why the hell did they make me a coordinator? We'll set sail as soon as the Rock Island and Oceans arrive, won't we? Yeah. If you want a break, then take a break. Now that we got the chance. Right. Now we're in the private quarters. Did you go meet your family? No. Why didn't you? I don't need to. There are other things I have to do. What is this? You feel bad for me, is that it? Hmm? You pity me? Flay. Because no one's come to see me, so now you're feeling sorry for me? Is that it? That's not... Give me a break! I wish you'd just stop it. Flay is still a horrible character. You're putting on a big sympathy act for me, but I really couldn't care less. Flay. You're the one who's really suffering, aren't you? You're the one people should be feeling sorry for. Poor little Kira. All alone. You feel terrible because you're fighting, and when you can't protect people, you feel even worse. So then, you start crying. And then... And then... Mm, so... So how? So how can you feel any sympathy for someone like me? Flay. Stop it. Let's put an end to this. We were a mistake. What did you say? How can you say that? And she runs. Flay! Idiot. Then again, Flay is not a good love interest. Honestly, Lacus does be better because she's supportive. You want your girl to be supported. We made it this far with fake IDs, but getting inside is going to be tough. The security's tighter here than at the naval base. Can we hack their system? The system's multi-layered, so it's probably going to take us quite a while to beat it. It might be easier to capture someone and use them to infiltrate the base. Hey, look up. There's something flying at us. It's a robotic bird. Hmm? Why is it coming to Atherin? Oh, stats got a unique image as well. Bird. Did Flay run out here? I need to find Birdie too. Oh, maybe it's his bird. I'll go give it back to him. Ugh. Hmm. Athrin. Is this robot bird yours? Yeah. Thank you. Oh, snap, another unique image. Hey, let's get going. Right. Ah, a friend. Hmm? It's a very valuable gift from a very valuable friend. Atherin. Wow, way too much reading. That was interesting though, but that means the next thing will probably be all going up against Aegis and the others. So we went through some basic forces. Ah well, we'll continue this in another part or something. Thank you all for watching. Until the next part, goodbye.